Hey there, be sure to like, subscribe, and ring the bell.
Good morning, crypto friends. Holy cow. Everything is green, incredibly green, especially Doge, ETC, LTC, Litecoin, seeing this day in the sunshine. So I know you got the big ass smile on your face. So let's get started. How are we doing this morning? BTC USD. Doing okay. Got down there, we found some more support to lie back on later on if we need it. So looking at support at the 54688.66 and climbing up through resistance now. If I can grab that stinking line, there we go. Resistance at the 55548.66 for BTC. Get that stop up there just underneath that 100-day moving average. Let's move on to Ethereum on fire. Way beyond all of our sales targets here. So what we looking at today? We have support down there at the right there, 3212.37. We'll get these things all wiggled through here. We got our new all-time high up there to 3534.50, and resistance is going to be up at the 3454.12. Keep an eye on this RSI. I won't mention it for every single one, but we were overbought at one point, but now we're back in the good and plenty zone. Moving on to BNB USD, Binance Coin. Binance Coin, we have support at the 626.40. Yes, and then we have resistance up there at the 666.98. Not much have changed. We did dip below, came back through the sales target here. So if you're still in this one with me, congratulations. Just keep that stop loss up there. I don't think I have one on this chart. No, I do not. But you would put it just beneath these lows here. And we're looking up at the all-time high, 680.47. Moving on to ADA, Cardano. Even ADA is up, for crying out loud. I mean, what's going on out here? Looking at support there at the 1.3165 and coming up into that resistance level. We can massage that just a wee bit. There we go. 1.364 for ADA. Moving on to DOT. If you're out there, I know can't wait to hear about Doge. I know. Coming up. We have to hear about that shit for about the next month. It may go to $1. Holy cow. I mean, I would never have ever imagined Doge going to $1. Elon Musk going on Saturday Night Live this weekend, so that's all the rage and all it takes. Looking at support for DOT USD, 36.851, and resistance 38.018 for PolkaDot. And here it is, ladies and gentlemen, the Doge. Got himself an all-time high up there at the 0.6972. So that's your resistance level, and you've got support sitting at the 0.5173. If you are buying these things at all-time highs, please, this is not financial advice whatsoever, but scale in, which means don't blow your whole wad right at the top. If you've ever been punched into the nuts, then you'll know what it feels like when you buy at the top and it goes down 200%. So just saying. Doge is 0.5173 and resistance 0.6972. That's the previous all-time high. So moving on to Litecoin, up 13%. Even Litecoin is up, for crying out loud. So we have resistance level out. Are we at the all-time highs? Yes, we are. So Litecoin making all-time high up there at the 348. So resistance out the window, and then we got support sitting down there, 321.27. as I mentioned earlier, RSI overbought, so it's going to have to come down and cool off a little bit usually. But when it's a blue sky breakout like this, when we're making all-time highs, sometimes it can run and run and run for months. But don't do this. Don't run out and leverage 100x expecting it to go up. So just saying, or down even. Moving on to LINK USD. Got itself an all-time high. We do have some resistance to contend with because we are starting to pull back just a little bit. There's your resistance level at 49.85 and support down there 45.21 for Link. Moving on to XLM USD. Stellar resistance 0.55555555 and support. Where would you be? There you are. You can see we did get the 12 cross underneath the 26. Keep that in mind, and it is providing support. But we want to see that thing pointing upward. So support down to 52.524, I should say. Yeah, another day that we need coffee. BET USD. Okay. We have support at the 0.1925 and resistance very clearly coming in right there at the 0.1989. Moving on to FIL USD. Somebody got angry at FIL. So FIL, we have support all the way down. We'll reset this for you at the 139.825, and then resistance coming back through. As you see, we're trying to get above that 100-day moving average at the 152.50. Moving on to Storj, STORJ. Starting to give back a little. But it gave a lot. So Storj support 1.895 and resistance is going to be climbing back through these moving averages. But we have right there at the $2 psychological for STORJ USD. Moving on to IOTA, IOTA USD. Good bounces here on everything. And we have resistance at the $2 range, $2 psychological, and support 1.899. Moving on to comp, COMP USD. The Compster down there at the, we stopped out of that one. That's okay, we'll get back in there. Support 733.792. And resistance is right on that target there at those 774.2206. Let's move on to basic attention coin, BAT USD. Support held up that we had previously marked. That is a good sign. We have a lot of support in this region, so support 1.2330. And coming back through, yep, we got to get back through this range right there. Lots of, you see all this activity there. So watch out for that. And resistance at the 1.254. Here we go, Ethereum Classic. So happy to see Ethereum Classic killing it. I'm saying killing it, making new all-time highs. The support at the 85.195. Resistance, do we have any to contend with? We can go to the 1 hour. See, we got all the way up and made that new all-time high, but there we go, yeah. So right now we are retesting resistance at the 93.026. Moving on to MANA, MANA USDC. Check and see if I stopped out of this one. Meanwhile, back at the back cave, support 1.2913, resistance at the 1.365. Moving on to ZIL, ZIL USD. ZIL refusing to wake up And so we're looking at support 0.1953 and resistance 0.209. Heading on up to NUUSD. Definitely stopped out of that one, so we'll get that out of the way. New support level. Down there at the 0.45503. And resistance is going to be right on that previous high, as we are beneath these moving averages and the 100-day. 0.4838, so rough times for a while for NUUSD, but that does not rule anything out these days. Moving on to NMRUSD. Support down there to 63.71. And a resistance up there at the 67.113. And moving on to GRT USD. Support held, as previously indicated, 1.488. And new resistance that we did not get through previous trip up, 1.56. For GRT, the graph token, move on to Uniswap, owned by Coinbase, by the way. Just saying, keep an eye on Uniswap. Support at the 42.496 and resistance right there at the 44.336. And you see the all-time high sitting pretty for the taking at the $45 range. Moving on to AAVE USD. Stop loss triggered. And that's okay. We'll reset everything here. So meanwhile, support holding at the 443.870 and new resistance level till we get back through 473.156. Looking at MKR USD. New all-time high for MKR. Congratulations if you got in and out up there. If not, take some profit sometimes, folks. It does not hurt. Makes you sleep a lot better. I'll tell you that much. Support holding at the 5372.91 and resistance 5962.74. Moving into the NFTs audio. Blew the stop loss out of the water there. Yes, we vacuumed off some of those gains. So support 2.2207. Right, yeah. No, support 2.2248. Check that. And resistance 2.437. Moving on to C8Z USD. We have support at 0.4769, resistance now at the 0.522. Moving on to Theta, THETA USD. Support at the 10.03 and resistance at 10.992. Almost done. ENJ USD. Fell back through there, so let's get going with support 2.30 and resistance up there at the, trying to get through the 2.45. Winding up here with Harmony 1 ONE USD. So 0.1207 support and 0.1306. BTC shedding some more off here. Still in altcoin season. Bitcoin dominance 46.08 and total crypto market cap coming back up to 2,245,000,000,000. Well, folks, that does it for me this morning. Have a great day out there. And I will see you soon. Have a good one.